Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Oh, if I didn't ever need a cup of coffee, today I definitely need a cup of coffee. So glad to be here. So glad that you're here in my home on today as we look at Around the Coffee Pot. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, and we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. I was out and about, and all of a sudden I got this long text message from my daughter. Now, my daughter's birthday is actually on the 17th, so we're about 4 days away from that. And then, of course, Christmas is coming up. So she sends me this long list of stuff, potential items that I can purchase for her. So thanks, text message, Sprint, all that good stuff. It has been a rough week. I don't know if some of y'all caught some of the live stream I did last night. We were out caroling in the square, in Rodney Square in Wilmington. And then after that, we had a rehearsal till after 11 o'clock p.m. And it has been a crazy week. We're getting ready to open our show on Thursday, and even this morning to try to get up. I said, I was contemplating canceling the show today, but I decided not to. I decided, hey, I'm jumping on, making sure I got a show for you guys on today. And so here I am, and glad to be here. Nevertheless, glad to have this cup of coffee. This is your first time here. This is where we talk about food and news around the coffee pot. This is where food and news collide. And so I started looking at some of the things that were going on in the news, and one story just kept popping out at me, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious. So I had a little fun just looking at this, and you may have already seen the image I put up, the thumbnail. If not, let me let you take a look at this. This is a father-to-be, and instead of taking a photo shoot of his wife who was pregnant, they decided to take a photo shoot of himself being pregnant with food. There he is with McDonald's. Look at that one. That one is... Oh, that's the money shot right there. That is the money shot. What does he have there? His little... Instead of a designer bag, he's got a pouch full of McDonald's. There he is, showing off his fullness. And this is, I believe, him giving birth. What was the caption? They said Nick successfully gave birth to his food baby, and his girlfriend Brianna gave birth to an actual baby back in October. So, yeah. So this is kind of going around the internet. I just figured I'd have a little fun with that. It seemed like a little fun story to look at, especially during this time of the year. This is the time of year that we are going to be at Christmas parties. We are going to be eating food that we don't normally eat, and indulging in stuff. And I know for myself, there's certain foods that I look forward to this time of year. I'm waiting for my wife to make her special cornbread oyster oyster stuffing that is unique. It's actually sweet it's not a traditional, like, it's like sweet and savory oyster stuffing, and it's just, at first when I heard about it, when I first met her and she said she was going to cook this oyster stuffing, I was like, yeah. But now I look forward to it every single year, and we only have it around the holidays. So, yeah, you get some foods that you're not used to eating, and we tend to overindulge. So this father-to-be really set the stage for this whole thing, our conversation today, because in his photo shoot, while it is hilarious, it takes me back to that after Thanksgiving dinner, just kind of sitting back and, you sitting back just holding that stomach. And Christmas dinner, same thing. So since we're looking at that, I wanted to kind of give a few tips on how to lose some of that weight, that holiday weight. And here are a few tips on how to lose that weight. Number one, eat a high protein breakfast. And these are all coming from healthline.com. These are 10 tips that healthline.com is given to us on how to lose weight. One, eat a high protein breakfast. Eating a high protein breakfast has been shown to reduce cravings and calorie intake throughout the day. Number two, avoid sugary drinks and fruit juice. These are the most fattening things you can put into your body, and avoiding them can help you lose weight. If we know anything about the body, we know that our body, the food that we put into our mouth, it actually converts it into proteins, into sugars, into things. So what we're doing, and actually in that conversion process, there's even calories being burned, things that are happening. But what happens is when we're taking those real sugary drinks, fruit juices, and some juices that have really no value at all other than sugar, what happens, it bypasses anything. It just goes straight into the bloodstream, goes straight into the body, sometimes straight stored right to fat, or, and starts to just really mess up the body. So cutting out your sugary drinks is huge, and that'll really help you. I think I saw somebody jump on. W. Dave, good morning, W. Dave. We're really light this morning, but I'm glad to have you on today. It's probably my fault because I waited to the very last minute to put up the stream. Real last minute. I wasn't even sure I was going to put up a stream today. The way I was feeling. But we are here. We are here. And number three, drinking water a half hour before meals. I think one of the things that I know is that sometimes your body has a hard time distinguishing whether it's hungry or thirsty. And sometimes we actually think we're hungry when we're actually thirsty. And what happens is when we drink water, first of all, it takes a little time for it to start to register in our body that, hey, this is what we really needed. So drinking that a half hour before your meals will fill your body up and also allow your body to gain the water that it needs and lessen the amount of food that you're going to desire. All right. So drinking a half hour before meals increased weight loss by one study by 44%. 44% over 3 months in their studies. That's huge. All right. Number four, choose weight loss friendly foods. Certain foods are very useful for losing fat. I'm going to just read off quickly a few. Whole eggs, leafy greens, salmon, vegetables, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, lean beef and chicken breasts, boiled potatoes, tuna, beans and legumes, soups, and cottage cheese. nuts, whole grains, chili peppers, and dot, dot, dot. I'm not going to go into all of that. That's a whole show all by itself. Number 4, eat soluble fiber. I lost a bunch of weight just by doing this. I noticed that you remember one time there was this fiber full bar, I think that's what it was called, fiber full bar. And when I looked at the ingredients on the fiber full bar, really what it was like psyllium husk. And so I started looking and I said, well, isn't that the same stuff that's in Metamucil? So I went to the store and I bought some Metamucil, and instead of eating the fiber full bar, I started taking the Metamucil. And Metamucil actually filled me up. And because that's what I was looking for, something to help crave me at night. At night was the worst for me, because I wanted to snack on stuff late at night. So what I was doing was drinking the Metamucil late at like around 9:30, and that way to crave my appetite for the rest of the night, because I would stay up late, and it worked as long as I stayed disciplined in doing it. So isn't it ironic? I was talking about cutting out sugary drinks, and right in the background there's a huge bottle of Coca-Cola. Oh goodness. W. Dave says when he was younger, he'd drink water to stave off his hunger, and also times were tough back then. Yeah, sometimes it's out of necessity. I understand that, Dave. I understand that one. So let's see what's next. Oh, next, cafe, coffee, and tea. It says, if you're a coffee or tea drinker, then drink as much as the caffeine, drink as much as you want, as the caffeine in them can boost your metabolism. See, this is always a debate, like the way they phrase this, drink as much as you want. But then if you drink too much, I would say be balanced. Be balanced in everything. You don't just drink, you can't drink too much water. I mean, if you drink too much water, you'll kill yourself. So, forget what they just said right there. Drink as much as you want. No, don't drink as much as you want. That doesn't make sense. But be balanced in it. But you can drink coffee. And as my cup says, size matters. Nobody wants a small cup of coffee. Yeah. That's my cup. It's on Amazon. Go check it out. Buy one. Send it to somebody for a gift. They're actually almost sold out. I gotta send them some more on Amazon. They've been selling pretty good. Christmas time, they make good Christmas gag gifts. So drink coffee and tea. Number 7, eat mostly unprocessed foods. No brainer there. No brainer, right? Darmac, what's up? Good morning to you. So eat unprocessed foods. And here's the challenging part. It's a lot easier to eat the processed foods. To go get one of those the meals at McDonald's that we started looking at. And they're gonna pack the pounds on the frozen foods, anything real quick usually is a processed food. If you can just get it real quick, probably it's been processed. And if it's something that will sit on the shelf for a long time, it's processed. So but the stuff that's fresh, that you have to cook, that you have to put some time and some love into and all of that, then that's the good stuff. That's the stuff that's going to help you out. So if you adjust your diet to only eating those type of foods, you're going to be a lot healthier. Number 8, eat your food more slowly. Chew. This is something I'm not very good at. I eat fast. I've always eaten fast. I remember when we went to the Navy, they only gave us a certain amount of time to eat. We couldn't talk, in basic training that is, in boot camp. They gave us a certain amount of time to eat. We had to sit down, we had to shut up, we couldn't talk. We just sat, you had like 10 minutes to sit down, to eat, to get up, and to leave. I had no problem ever. I was used to it. I was already trained. I saw people who were upset because they weren't able to eat their whole meal when they sat down. Didn't bother me. I sat down. That's what I was used to. But I know it's not good, but it's like, and I try to slow down. I got to make a more concerted effort to do so. And what happens is when you eat slower, it gives your body an amount of time to catch up. Just like we're talking about the water. Your body catches up to go, oh, I'm hydrated. I've got the things, I've got the water I needed. Same thing with the food. I've got the food I need. I'm actually full, you know. But if you eat fast, you're not allowing your body to catch up to the things that send the triggers to the mind to tell your mind that you're full. So let me see what Wendy's. Darmac says Wendy's is better than McYucks. Yeah, they're still not. It might be better, but it's still not good. They're still not good for you. They're still not good for you. So, W. Dave says he found that if he eats slower when he's with people. When he's alone, he inhales food. I would agree with that. Even though I do find myself when I'm with people, I'm eating, and then they look down at me and they're like, okay, he's almost done. And then I look at other people's plates and I'm like, okay, I'm almost done, and they still have half their plate. So yeah, then I have to slow down. Then I have to stop. Then Darmac says then it's time for seconds. Yeah, maybe that's why. Yeah, then it's time for seconds. That defeats what we're talking about, Darmac. We're talking about losing weight, man. All right, number 9, use smaller plates. You've heard that one before already. Use smaller plates. Studies show that people automatically eat less when they use smaller plates. Strange, but it's weird, because then you can get your seconds and not feel guilty. But the seconds will really only be firsts. And then your thirds will only be 1.5s. Huh. Okay. So use smaller plates. Number 10. Sleep. Get a good night. See, here's another one. There's another one of my issues. Another one of my issues. Thus the need for coffee. The need for coffee. Not getting enough sleep. Your body's doing a lot of repairs. Poor sleep is one of the strongest risk factors for weight gain. So taking care of your sleep is so important. Poor sleep can make you fat. Yeah, well, I guess I have to start implementing some of these things if I want my dad bod to change. I have been losing some weight. I am pregnant with food. This pregnancy has not been 9 months. This pregnancy has been for 40 some years. I've been pregnant with food. Pray for me that I can resist the urges of the season. 2018 is coming up. Time for some resolutions. And hopefully I can start to trim down this weight. So we'll see what 2018 has in store. But glad you were able to jump on today. Thank you for being here once again, and hasta mañana. I'll see you, talk to you then. Have a good one. God bless. Take care. Ciao. Thank you. Darmac, Steve-O, W. Dave. Good day to you. Ciao.